and this is part of my story. So I feel that part of my journey, or what I need to add to the industry, is to legitimize, destigmatize the cannabis industry, to help to turn it into a proper model in terms of its commercial space, that there are proper brands, proper values, that people's fashion needs, status needs, all of those that exist within other market spaces, whether they're motor vehicles or clothing or cell phone accessories. There's a really nice space that is occupied by a complete market, and that's missing in the cannabis industry. There's a lot of people that are trying to develop and stretch that space, and it's a difficult one because of the legislation and people trying to stay below the proverbial radar, and that's hampering how cannabis is allowed to develop into brand space and to deliver on multiple consumer levels. So part of what I've tried to do is add specific brands to the space, but give them up with products that serve a purpose or a need, and taking it away from the bud or the flower purely being in a bottle, unmarked and dependent on whoever the bud bartender his opinion of it is, or the influence on him is. And for me, you need to be able to connect with the consumer, let the consumer make that decision more often. Then you're developing proper free market space for products to evolve. So what we've chosen to do is to try to take a range of pre-rolls, and we started with the blunts, which was a Blue Zulu is the brand that we've gone for, and we do 3 different sizes. It's a 1 gram, a 0.5 gram, and a 0.25, which is a petite, so blunts, juniors and petites. We also do another product which is a Madonna crushed, which is the flower that's been taken, and let me just say, all of the product that I'm speaking of now is premium indoor, but we would take premium indoor flower once cured, and we would then clean that in a nice sterile environment, remove the stalks and give you the best of the flower, but only the flower. So bringing around that convenience, a pre-rolled gives you a certain level of convenience, and so too does Madonna crushed. You can just put it straight into a paper, pop a Geric into it, and you're away and able to participate in your doob, or however you want it, whether it goes into a vape that can take flower, or if it goes into a pipe, or whatever your preference is. But you've now got proper premium prepared indoor in that way. We're also moving into Cannagars, learning about that at the moment, but providing Cannagars as well, with premium indoor, either a sativa or an indica strain. The brand name we've got there is Black Rhino, and I mean, we're evolving all the time, and much of it is sort of based on my own ability to catch up with where the younger market is, or the future market rather is, in terms of vapes, vape juices, vape oils. We do a range of cannabis medicinal styled oils, but each day we learning a bit more and trying to find where specifically we can develop the products that we have and fill the marketplace, as mentioned, in a proper way that consumers can have a look and see what's in front of them, and be attracted through the appeal, to offer brands that'll be there. You know, if somebody goes into, just to use an analogy, and they go into a liquor environment, and there's a promotion on with a specific new product, they participate and they enjoy the moment, but they have their favorite brands. If somebody wants a castle, they want a castle. So to try and fill that space too with products that will be the same each time you have them, cultivated in an appropriate way, that no matter where you get them, you'd get them the same. So that repetitive availability of quality, etc., is the space I'd like to try to help and develop within the cannabis industry. And I mean, that's extremely broad. We've just gone through some of the things, the beverage part of it, whether it's CBD or THC, as a replacement to alcohol or an alternative to alcohol. There's massive environmental scope there for that type of thing. Energy drinks, the list is really endless, and the more we can learn, I'm sure that there'll be certain things we'll try and take on that we may not remain involved in, and we'll try and find the niches that work for us and or where our skills are and where we can add value. So it's the beginning of a journey. I think it's an awesome opportunity for us as a country. We need to step up the pace that we start to process our ability to participate in an international market at. There's great enthusiasts. You've got a person like Tito Mboweni, who I think is an ideal role model for trying to pull it all together. Great finance backing and understand macroeconomic capability. So to have someone like that spearhead where this opportunity should go, who's positive about it, rather than potentially, a policeman who grew up in a stigma infested environment. You need someone who's pro the opportunity, that can unlock the macroeconomic value, the job opportunities, our rand dollar exchange opportunities that are presented, our lowest cost of production capabilities from an agricultural point of view. These things need to be pulled together urgently to take us forward and make us competitive within an environment that we know we can be. We have an ideal climate, we have agricultural skills, and we have lots and lots of unemployed people at a skill level that could be participating in an agricultural environment that can produce some of the best cannabis in the world for the world. So a lot to be done on many fronts. To touch on the legislation end of it, simply put, you've got to allow the ability for the man on the street to participate and not label him black market and not put him in a position where he's being punished. I don't think that's too complicated. You can set maximum limits that people may have, maximum limits that people may trade in as well. And the moment you do that, you'll start addressing the black market part of things. You'll start addressing those that genuinely want to be in the industry, that can participate or want to participate. They can in their own small way. The bigger end of the market will be developed by proper companies. When I say proper companies, bigger corporations and things like that, that can give agreements, supply agreements. You can say we need X amount to have to come from the smaller supplier. Quality is evaluated at the point of sale, and there's much that can be put into simply regulating, but taking the criminal aspect of being involved in smoking or trading at a small scale level. You've got to decriminalize, and I know the decriminalization part of private usage is there, but you've got to get away from this opportunity that is presented to a police force that is not focusing on the right things, to be exchanging your focus to go and pursue someone from a cannabis usage point of view versus taking down proper criminals is just, it's absurd. So getting that out of the way, and you've got to put a bold statement out that their criminality and a simple set of rules and quantities can put the police in a position where this is not an opportunity for them. It's something that they've got to start respecting as an opportunity for the country, and not something that I can make a bit out of. The fact that this is a grey zone. Let's ungrey the area. Let's make sure that we do the right things around that side of things. People should be allowed to simply and on a small scale trade in cannabis, and we should do it as soon as we can. Then we can get on with regulating properly with the right players. No cloak and dagger. Until next time, cheers for now.